What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color, and jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.
No music, no intro.
Who that, you little bitch?
Oh my God, Ryan! I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. At the end of the day, the Saints won. They're 3-2. They're going into their bye. I know that you talked about you wanted a nice little fucking Monday night football game, you know, I said, no. I feel like I talk too much, so I'm going to let you start. Like, what stood out to you? Where do you want to start?
Ooh, man. I mean, it was a tale of, I'm so glad that I know the Saints fans tired of hearing this from us, but I'm so glad we just toned down the fanaticism a notch or two, because this would have been an emotional roller coaster.
Nigga, I would have been pissed.
I would have hot. I'm talking. I mean, the first half. I mean, that was awful.
It was terrible. It was terrible. They were down 20 20-3 at one point, and we getting the messages on Twitter. Let's get the mic checks going. Like it's like when Drew started, when he pressed, and I just felt like he was pressing. The offense was stagnant, and he was just like, "Fuck it," and he throws a terrible interception.
You could see it. You could see like he was like, I shouldn't be throwing this, but fuck it. You know?
It's kind of like when you know you going in raw for the first time.
I don't know it, but shit, I'm about to get up there.
Should put a rubber on, but oh well.
I'm about to dig it in, boy.
You just knew that it was just a terrible, terrible throw. And it was a tale of two halves. You know, we could talk about Trigger Trey continuing his great play. As much as we rag on him, you know, we saw the disruption from 2 firsts, Marcus Davenport, that, you know, you see why the Saints traded up for him, but we got to see it more, and he got to play. Like, that's what it boils down to. Like, you saw it.
That play is signified of why he's so frustrated. Like, if he was just garbage, I wouldn't care. I was like, okay, he's just a bust. But that play right there just is a perfect example of why he frustrates the shit out of me and everybody else. That's why.
So I'm gonna start off hot and just ask you this straight from the jump. Marshon Lattimore makes the play at the end of the game, wins the game, stops. Great play. What do you do with him as a player and as a team? Let's talk about it.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, they have him under contract rest of this year and next year. And I think you just got to play it out, man. Like he has just shown that he is not consistent, and
You
it's
can't
nothing physical.
you can't rely on him.
He is not reliable, man, and it's so frustrating. It's different from Two First because his issue is health, but with Marshawn, it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Like that play against Mike Williams. Okay, it's Mike Williams. He's like a giant, and he goes up and get it. It's like okay.
Oh, I don't
but that
hold. You mean the one where like Mike Williams like
towards the end of the game? Yeah,
I don't hold that. That's to me. That's more of a great throw by.
a great throw.
Like I think the coverage was fine. It's just like it was just an indefensible.
Like what
throw.
do you do? Like what do you do?
You can't do anything.
But the other one where he just completely loses his eyes and the guy just run past him. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, and I know Marcus Williams had responsibility on that play too, and his eyes was caught. But it's like, come on, man, this is your fourth year. You were defensive rookie of the year. You have the ability to. We've seen you make these plays before, so it's like, what's going on? It's like, what's the problem? And it just, come on, you talking about trying to make somebody like the highest paid, one of the highest paid defensive players in the league?
No.
Come on, man. No. Tre'Davious White, he's not doing that. You know what I'm saying? My dude up in Baltimore, he's not doing it.
Marlon Humphreys.
Marlon Humphreys, yeah. And they're getting paid. So he has to prove himself.
And they deserve it. They've shown that they deserve it. And when you think about the salary cap is going to be low, like there's not going to be a spike, like you really have to think long term. Is that someone that you want to invest in long term?
Yeah, you really do.
Good to see P-Rob coming back home. He had his little play last week, but
that was unfortunate too. It was the whole secondary though. I mean, it's just
man. It's
what's going on? Like I don't understand what's not clicking.
But here's the crazy part, Ryan. As much as like the coverage bust and all that we saw, like it sounds weird. It sounds really weird to say this, but the defense didn't play like terrible. Like when the first half ended, I was more disgusted with the offense than I was with the defense.
Right. The first half was like the defense was getting good praise. It was one of the best pressure games I've seen by the defense.
The front four.
The front four was making moves. Yeah, Two First. Cam Jordan was getting busy. Trigger Trey was getting busy.
Sheldon Rankin.
Sheldon Rankin showed up. Tuttle. He was disruptive. I mean, it was like, okay, this is the defensive line we expected to see. And, hopefully we see more of that. But then you flip the script. Second half, offense finally started to show some life. And then it's like the defense is just like.
They do not play complementary football. It doesn't happen.
No, man. It does not happen. So frustrating, too. Because it's like, can you ever have two things that match? You know what I'm saying?
No. So being that we get kind of paid to do this now, shout out to all our Patreons who are subscribing. So I started writing notes down during games, which I used to never do. So speaking of defense, I started with a hard question. I'm going to bring up another. Well, it's not really a hard question, but I'm going to talk about it. What the fuck do you do with Dennis Allen?
I really don't know, man. Like he is such a frustrating play caller. I understand. You got when you talk about play callers on defense, you got to look at the totality of what the Saints have had. And Sean Payton has ran through defensive coordinators like hookers on Tulane Avenue, bro. Like he run through them, and because he has a specific thing he wants to do on defense. He came up under Jim Johnson, and he wants that pressure. He wants to shorten the clock in the quarterback's head. So Dennis Allen is going to do what he's brought up to do. And he came up under Greg Williams, and that's what they do. They pressure, they mix it up, and it's casino gambling. You know what I'm saying? It's a gamble. You know, it's running man coverage at the end of the game, do a man coverage across the board with one deep safety, knowing all the offense needs is like 20 yards to get in field goal range. Like, that's the gamble they take. They did the same thing to Dallas last year, sent Chauncey Gardner on a blitz, and he took out Dak Prescott on the fourth down, and we won the game. That is like, oh shit, what a great play. But it's like, it's just that constant balance, man. And it's like, know your defense. You know, if they aren't playing well, you know your secondary isn't playing well. Like, why are you doing all these complicated, you know,
why?
Complicated, like, why? Like, you got to simplify this shit, man.
Keep it simple, bro. Like, come on.
But, you know, I mean, man, I try not to go ham on coaches too much because you could talk about, you know, this play or that play, but it really comes just down to just guys executing, man. And them guys, like, nobody in the secondary is really executing at a top level, man. Like, nobody.
Nobody.
Like, not even, like, when your top dog's not doing it, like Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Williams, if y'all follow me, y'all know I have defended him to the umpteenth so long. You know what I'm saying? I've tried to tell everybody he is not a bad safety. He's a good free safety. Great range, good ball skills, you know, and it sucks at tackling. But now it's like he's just making bad decisions, taking horrible angles, you know, getting caught with bad eyes, looking in the backfield. He's not playing well at all.
He's not. But I will say that the play that Keenan Allen scored a touchdown on, like, that to me goes back to Dennis Allen. Like,
right. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Like, no doubt about it.
How are you leaving a free safety against one of the best wide receivers in the league? Like, that is a schematic fuck up. Like, I don't know how you allow that to happen.
I literally I tweeted, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Dennis? I'm like, what's the thought process there?
Please help.
What's the thought process?
Help me.
You can't get mad at Marcus Williams because he's sitting there and he's just thinking, okay, just cover this space. And then Keenan Allen's still running, and it's like, well, that's it.
Help me, help you. Like, it's not hard. But it's crazy to think that the Saints are 3-2. They're going into a bye. They have they have first? They have first in the NFC South, or are they tied? I don't even know right now.
They're first.
Which is crazy. Let's talk about the offense a bit. Sean's play calling in the first half was fucking dreadful. 3rd and 3, play to Taysom, doesn't work. 3rd and 1 or whatever it was, I think it was 3rd and 1. Michael Burton, you know, fullback, whatever, sneak fullback dive, gets stopped. So is it now that he doesn't have COVID that people are okay to tackle him? Because it worked last week. It just seemed like, as a play caller, he's been in a rut. Yeah. I saw someone, I can't think, if you're listening to the podcast, I apologize for not giving you proper credit, but I saw it on Twitter where someone was like, just let Pete call plays, man. Give it to Pete. What is Pete doing, man? Just let Pete cook.
It's been so schizophrenic. He started off the game with like a couple really good runs.
Yep.
Offensive was moving well. And then you start to get cute, and then the ball gets batted. Then you try to throw something to AK, it gets tipped, and it's not. Well, AK, Drew throws a pass that's kind of off the mark, and Alvin Kamara can't really get a good scoop, and they had a nice lane for him too.
Oh man!
And then on Drew Brees, I mean, I feel like he was pretty off target for most of the night. The ball location just wasn't really great.
It wasn't. Like we talked about, like and I don't want to say the offensive line. I will give credit. I will give some credit to Gus Bradley's defense and just their scheme of how they
muddied
played.
Up the middle. Remember we talked about on the last podcast that the middle of the field is going to be key, and they muddied it up. Like, so you had to take your time and be accurate. It's like we talked about before. Things have to be perfect for it to work. Like, it has to just be perfect and Drew has to be able to see it, and it has to line up with the scheme, with the chemistry, with the anticipation. Everything just has to work. So they muddy up that middle of the field, and it's just hard. And just watching this offense work, it's just so hard.
It's hard, bro. Like in the first half, I literally wrote down, and some of this is a tad, hyperbole because it did get better and the offense got in a groove in the second half. But like, I felt like I was at times watching the Redskins or the Bengals offense red zone from like that is insane. And another point that we talked about, I remember you specifically have always talked about, man, if we could just get a returner that would just put Drew in the offense in great field position, like because they always got to go 80 yards, 75 yards for touchdowns. It's never easy, blah, blah, blah. Shout out to Callaway. Like, I don't know. This is no disrespect to Harris, because maybe if Harris is in, he plays, maybe he scores touchdowns. But he was great tonight, man.
He was great. He was almost made positive yardage for every kickoff, every punt. He was awesome, man. He did great.
And so
he did pretty good in the offense.
Offense too. I wrote his name down as someone that, for sure got positive marks and caught my eye. And, so it's just crazy thinking about how regressed this offense has come. Because think about it. You remember back in the good days, if you put the offense on the 50, that's a touchdown. Sorry. But that's, we don't even have to go back to 2011. But it's so, I don't want to say disheartening. I don't know what I want to look for, but they're in positive field position and, they're at the 48 or they're in the Charger side of the field and they can't even get in field goal range. That is crazy.
It's crazy to see, especially when they're at the when they get kind of the middle of the field. That was the shot play time. You just know they were going to take a shot.
Easy.
Once they get around the middle of the field, they're just going to take a shot to somebody. And it's just not. I mean, it just don't do it. He made a nice throw to Jared Cook. Emmanuel Sanders was cooking today.
Man, shout out to Emmanuel Sanders. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was, man. He was awesome, and it's just. I mean, we just gotta kind of come to grips with what the offense is now, man. It's like a hard-working, death by 1,000 cuts type of offense.
Here's something I do want to ask you. If and when I expect him to play against the Panthers, and when he comes back after the bye, you insert Mike back in the lineup, how much do you think that will help the offense? I'm not talking about in terms of just explosiveness, but just to get out of this lethargic mess that they seem to be in at times.
I do think it will help quite a bit. Just what Mike Thomas does, man. He turns 9-yard catches into first downs. You know what I'm saying? He just, he gives you, he's that plug and play, kind of instant yardage that you need. He's so good. He's always top of the league in yards after catch every year. He's just so good at that. Him and Drew, they just see the defenses the same way. So I think it's going to mean a lot, especially on third down. It's going to mean a lot, especially in situations where Drew Brees is, pressured really quick and he just needs a quick outlet. Right now, it's just Alvin Kamara, or you look at that play where Traquan just kind of slipped.
Yeah.
And it's just those things like that. Mike Thomas is not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Mike Thomas, he's going to be there for most of the times. So I think you're going to see just the execution and the efficiency just pick up a notch or two when Mike Thomas is back. I don't think as far as explosive plays, like you say, I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. But definitely just in the efficiency of the offense, whereas everything is damn hard, man.
Hard, bro.
It's difficult.
It's a struggle.
It's just, even if they're 30 yards, it's Can we make it? Ooh.
Bro, when they scored when the Chargers scored that touchdown after the P-Rob play, I didn't think I was like, there's no way they're driving down the fucking field.
Right.
Like that's just where the offense is right now.
And they were moving good in OT, but they couldn't get the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta. Where we at with Taysom, bro?
Oh,
I know he got the touchdown. That was a beautiful thing. I'm watching the clip just now, right now. But man, it's like I'm nervous every time he get on the field because it's like it's been negative plays, like it's been bad plays.
Just make him a tight end or like a receiver, and that's it. Like that's it. Like let's stop with it. Like and this is not it's not working. Like it worked one play tonight, but in a five game sample size, it's not working. It's just not. Like and that's like here's the thing about Sean though, and we know this. He wants to be right.
Yeah.
Like he wants to be right. Oh, I just saw they're just showing the recap on SportsCenter, and I just saw Austin Carr, and I just rolled my eyes. But so I feel like to prove to I don't know who's proving it to, like naysayers, that whatever, that he's just gonna trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Like it, I don't know, man. And the thing that's jumping out to me, speaking of the offense being stagnant and stale, is like it seems like when they do, like when the offense is in like a little bit of a groove and Drew's cooking a little bit, bang, bang. Yeah. Then you fucking put Taysom in, it's a negative play. It's like, what are you doing?
Right. And I feel like that's where I feel like Sean Payton is just not reading the room right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. It's like, I can understand if things aren't going well and you just need kind of a spark. That's what Taysom used to be. Remember, like, something to be going wrong, then Taysom come in and he just give you that spark. It's like, okay, let's get going. Right now, like, things will be going fine. And like, here comes number 7. And then it's like a negative play. Like,
and here's the thing. When he walks on the field, all of us collectively are like, womp, womp, womp.
Oh, shit. You know, and I think it's also he could just be in kind of a slump. You know, I mean, I wouldn't act like, I wouldn't say like, he's, he's done or you can't do nothing with him. I think he's still a weapon, but you got to find some creative plays, some creative ways to get him going, and he has to make better decisions. And you just got to get something going with him, but don't force it how you do it. I know you paid him a lot of money, but use him some different ways just to get him involved, where you're not taking the ball out of Nine's hands, especially in critical moments where you asking Taysom to read the progressions and all that stuff. It's like,
stop, man. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Like, as
my man Brian Greasy was hot. He was like,
and I get it.
Why are you taking?
Why? Like, it's one thing. And again, like we've seen how the offense has been stale and whatever. But like the times where Taysom comes on the field, it's like Drew's cooking a little bit. Like it's 3rd and 3. Like the play where
he Drew Brees and tell
yes, you can. Like I'm glad you're not. I'm glad you brought it up, and I'm glad you noticed it because I noticed it. Like it is evident. Drew's like, what are you like? And I feel like Drew didn't have the same facial demeanor when this was happening last season because it was working so well.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know. They need to figure that shot. It's all off right now, man. Like,
but here, come on. All the doom and gloom, defense playing like dog shit in spurts. Shout out to the run defense, still stout. Offense.
Don't get me started with that shit. I don't want to hear that damn stat ever. Like,
do you know that the Saints have not allowed a 100-yard rusher in now 48 games, Ryan?
I don't give a fuck about that. Like, who has one running back in 2020? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't matter.
Matter. The Saints' run defense was phenomenal tonight.
They did. They played well. They did.
So the Saints defense at times playing like crap. the offense being stale at times, playing like shit. And yet here they are. They just beat the Chargers. They're 3-2. They're number one in the division.
I mean, for that ball, that field goal to hit the upright, like that's pure luck. Like Saints fans, man, y'all ain't getting no more luck the rest of the year. That was it.
Yeah, I mean, it reminded me of that Justin Tucker miss in Baltimore, where that bitch just
exactly. Bro, that's exactly the same thing. But since you mentioned that, I'm glad you mentioned that. You know, there's no reason to just freak out now either, because think about that game. We at that point of that season we wasn't really cooking like crazy yet either, and then we went on to cooking. You know what I'm saying? So I can't predict. I can't say that do I have confidence that they're going to start reeling off and blowing out teams from now? No, I don't have that confidence right now. But you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. So, they're 3-2 and they're in a position to where they could breathe. You got a bye week to breathe, lick their wounds, get things together, and they might have the ability to start reeling off some wins.
Yeah, I mean they go against the Panthers, which is going to be a sneaky good game.
Yeah,
that's like Teddy and those wide receivers in our secondary. Like, oh, I don't know. So that's going to be a good game. Even though he didn't have a lot. Like, can we? One thing I said when the Saints were in this slump, that as a fan, you just, even if they are shit and are not playing well, just appreciate AK.
Yeah.
Can you just appreciate like that catch?
Oh man,
I got nothing, bro.
That was huge. That was huge, and I was also kind of like, oh fuck, they're about to score too quick. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, we were both on Twitter like, yo, if we score, we better go for 2, because we know how this story ends.
Oh man, and it did score too quick, man. Because I'm telling you, they would have hit that pick quick, kick, the game was over.
Over.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, we knew we are already writing the ending before it happened.
I do wonder if they let Taysom score then right there.
Oh,
it wasn't
Chargers
obvious.
Defense?
Yeah, it wasn't obvious, but I just wonder. It was like, let's let him get in there. You know what I'm saying?
So going back to the beginning of the game, so it comes out that I don't know if Nick Easton got hurt, but Pete was starting again. Easton was starting, and then at some point Ruiz was starting the rest of the game. I don't know if Easton got hurt. Don't know. But for the Saints to be where they are right now is a blessing. And I feel like we got to talk about this too. I mean, Ruiz obviously started and played, and Zach Bond exists. Like, he's just not a figment of our imagination. Like, he got some actual snaps on defense, like in the game. Yeah.
What? I didn't see that shit.
I don't have the snap count numbers in front of me, but he was in there a couple of times. At least, like the play, like he was in like on one of the vital plays, like in the fourth when the game was close to the end and he was rushing the passer. I think it may have been on the Mike Williams play towards the end. But he played, but like this 2019 draft class, I don't know how I'm feeling about them right now. And it has nothing to do against them. Adam Troutman, healthy scratch. I mean, Zach Bond's getting some snaps on defense at least, but
well, I mean, the Saints are telling you how to feel about them. So it has nothing to do with what you're seeing. It's what you're not seeing. The fact that Adam Troutman is inactive, the fact that Zach Bond is barely getting snaps, the fact that Ruiz isn't starting. The Saints are telling you how they feel about them. Not saying they're bad players, but they just don't have the confidence in them for them to start right now. Now, what does that mean long term? We don't know. That doesn't mean much. But it's just like you just kind of hope for a little more. You know what I'm saying? You just hope after that draft class, and they talked about how these guys were just ready to roll and they were smart and this and that. It just leaves you a little disappointed because they need Zach Bond, man. Like they need Zach Bond, they need Ruiz, they need Adam Troutman to make 2 or 3 catches, big clutch catches a game. You know, they need that, man. Like because the Saints, they need a spark badly, man. They need to get rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like winning these games, they were fortunate to win this game today.
Fortunate. Okay, so the Panthers are 3-2 as well. Okay, so sorry, I saw. Yeah, so they're 3-2 as well, and they play the Bears this upcoming Sunday. Trying to think anything else that kind of just. Hey, I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't say this. Man, I will never say nothing bad about Justin Herbert ever again, bruh.
Nah, he won me, bruh. I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan. He was making some great throws, like small window throws, mobile, throwing on a run. I'm a fan, dude. Like not even like okay, I was wrong. I was completely wrong.
Wrong.
That dude is good, man. They got a good quarterback, dude. Like, he's good, man.
Shout out also to my guy. I know he played for the opposite team, USC 42. Still got a place as
my man Kenneth Murray. Man, he threw Sanders down so hard. I was like, damn.
Shout out to Cole. Said he hit him with the rock bottom.
Man, that dude, he gonna be a stud, man.
Man.
I just be looking and just laughing at the game, man. Like there was a part like Drew Brees came off the field, went to go get a Gatorade from the little water boy. The water boy just like walked off.
I saw you tweet about it, but I missed it.
And Drew did this like little damn, like I missed it. Like damn, poor Drew, man. Drew just having a shit year, man. Fucking Sean Payton fumble his big play sheet and shit. Like,
but here's the thing, and teams will always like players will kind of always show you how they feel, right? Drew knew how big this win was when he's like when Marshawn makes that stop on Mike Williams, the adulation that came from Drew, that tells you everything. Like he knows, I mean, the team is not where they want to be and all that, but they
needed this win, man.
Huge to steal a win, to be 3-2, top of the division, and not even have like all your dogs, with Mike Thomas coming. Like that's huge, man. It's huge. And you saw what the team, what it meant to him, and not just him, obviously the team, when they made that stop. And here's the thing, it was good to see the defense win the game.
Yeah.
It sounds weird to say, but as bad as they played and all this, like a play like that, like I know Patrick hates it. I know he does. But a play like that, like in terms of just the confidence that could exude and like momentum, it can, potentially just give you as a unit going forward. Like that's huge. It's big. I mean, it may be 2 weeks from now and Teddy's throwing it all over the fucking field and it may not matter. But I'm just saying it's,
but speaking about Lattimore, I mean, with the game, just for him to have that play at the end of the game, I mean, at the end of the regulation, giving up to Mike Williams, and you could see it in his face. He was just like, shit, I just cost us the game. And for him to come back and just make that was a hard tackle. Demario Davis almost fucked it up.
Whoa. little oopsie.
Yeah, he's pulling Mike Williams back, and then Demario just come flying in, almost puts it forward. But LaShawn Lattimore, he had the leverage on him, and just was able to flip him back. Thank goodness. But that was just a huge play right there, man. Like that. I'm not saying it forgives Sean Lattimore for everything, but because he really he really needs, like, he changed the defense when he came into the Saints. That changed the defense.
Changed it completely.
For us to have a locked on corner that can shadow, that can take one side of the field and just lock it off, that completely changed the defense. It helped the defensive line. It's the reason why the Saints have been, one of the leaders in sacks and pressures year after year. He has to play better, man. Like, how to get that out of him, I just don't know, because like we're in year 4. It's like we're past the point of rookie, trying to, just get you motivated and all that stuff. Like, you a professional, bro. Like, you got to come to work and do your job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Here's the thing. Like, you're making a great point, because if you ask who the key to the Saints defense is, it's him. It's him. Like, we can rag on Cam Jordan, who, he had some good pressures. He had a great play, where he stuffed out the end around or whatever. Mm-hmm. Still want to see a little more from him. But we can rag on Cam. You can say maybe it's DeMario, but the player that is the key to the Saints defense is Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah,
That's simple.
Thankful for them little back pains that Keenan Allen had, because it looked like he was about to start cooking Lattimore too. Shit.
Doctor said I need a back-otomy.
He was about to start cooking, bro.
Yeah, he was. And here I was like, so something I did write down that was like, man, the Chargers don't have Keenan Allen. Joey Bosa was playing with multiple injuries, had barely over 20 plus snaps in the game. They're missing Melvin Ingram. They're missing Derwin James. Just like the list goes on and on. And part of me was like, again, they won, right? And take that. But I'm like, man, like in theory,
y'all should be working these dudes.
Working them. But at the end of the day, we talk about this, and I know we hate when people do this, and I know I have a friend who really hates when people do this. At the end of the day, they won. They're 3-2. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter who was out, who was playing, whatever it is. Like, they were down 17 points. And let's be real. With these year's Saints, like, we thought that was it. Like, that's it. Night. Let's go. People are already calling for the pod. Like, it was a wrap.
And on the flip side, the Chargers really needed this win.
Yes.
Like, badly. They came in with everything they had to get this win, and almost pretty much executed almost perfectly. So, you also got to look at that side of it also.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to hit on? I mean, I think we covered it all. Oh, also shout out to Will Lutz. Hit a 50+ yarder that was good. And it's funny because I talk about Bagley on the fucking preview show. Like, it was like a little at the very end, like a little fucking footnote. And thanks to him and fuck, the Saints win the game.
Huge. That was huge, man. That was freaking huge.
Little doink, but so the Saints go into a bye. So just because they're in a bye doesn't mean that the pod stops. We do have, at least I have, hopefully someone in mind that we can get on the show hopefully this week. Just to keep the content going. Being that it is a bye week, it may not be all related to football, as we've talked about before. This is a hashtag Saints Twitter podcast, but we have many interests that expand beyond football. But we're gonna keep it rolling, man. Like, this is what we do. We enjoy it, we love it, and we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, man. We're gonna keep it going. Get somebody on here. Maybe get somebody to come on. Maybe do a little football talk, like around the league type football talk one of these days. And that's good, man. It's Saints fans, take a breather, bro. You're 3-2. Got your bye week. You know what I'm saying? So you can just relax a little bit. Sunday coming, enjoy football. Saints won't be playing. You can just enjoy a little.
Enjoy it.
Falcons is blown up. Falcons is blown up, man.
And Rich McKay was like, Matt Ryan?
I mean, we would love to have him, I guess. Damn, it's like that.
talking greasy in fucking A-Town shit.
I think they're about to blow it up, bro. Like everybody on the market. Everybody got trade value on that team. Everybody. Julio, Matt Ryan, everybody. I think it's about to be a fire sale.
What would it take? This has nothing to do with the Saints, so calm down, fans, listeners. What would it take? Like, if you were the Falcons, what would it take for a team to offer you to trade Julio?
Oh, if you're the Falcons.
So you already sit in potentially with the top 3 pick, depending on how the season goes.
Man, give me 1 second. Let me look at Julio contract right quick. Because his shit is complicated because, there's so many damn extensions. And
it being reworked and...
Give me 1 second because that's a good damn question. Because the contract plays a big part into it, but he got to start with a 1, I think. I think you got to start with a 1.
You think you're getting a 1 for Julio right now, though? A 1?
Come on, man. A 1, man. You got to start with a 1. For Julio?
Oh,
how old is he?
He's
31?
That's old, bro. Like, that
is old.
Like, that's not like
old, bro.
That's not like Amari Cooper, who was like hadn't even got to his 5th year in his contract yet. Like, Julio's 31, bro. Like a 1?
Man.
If a team comes at you with a high second,
I mean, his base salary is 15 next year,
which is not crazy at all.
I still think he commands a 1. Like, as the Falcons, like, you give him up for a 2. Like, come on, 2. It's like, what am I going to get for that? Like, who am I going to draft with a 2? You know what I'm saying? It's like
you can get a player like Marcus Williams.
I think they would just need a little more heat. You know what I'm saying? Just to give up Julio Jones. But with his injuries and all that stuff, man, like who knows?
That's what I'm age, injuries, all that. Also, did you see like the little spat that AJ Green had when he was telling the coach to trade him?
Oh yeah.
I gotta send it to you. Apparently, like the Bengals want to get rid of him. And I made a comment on Twitter like, shit, they should have fleeced us last year when they had the chance.
Right.
But y'all didn't, so now y'all stuck.
I'm glad that move didn't happen. Meanwhile, my dude Robbie Anderson, I wanted him, man. He cooking. He cooking for Teddy, bro.
Again, what I would ask you the same question. Like,
I know. He just be running clear outs. He just be clearing shit out.
That's it, bro.
That's it, man. Clear that shit out.
And it's crazy too, that because the contract they got him on is like super affordable.
Yeah.
Like I think he's getting like maybe $10 million a year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, there's even football tomorrow with the Bills and the Titans.
Tuesday, bro.
Tuesday. Like
it's gonna be fucking weird, dog.
I won't see. I mean, I'll be working. I won't see a single snap. But there's football tomorrow. There's football Thursday. Football out the fucking ass. So enjoy not having to think about what the fuck the Saints are gonna do. Next couple of weeks. Just take a fucking breather. And then we'll be back. We'll be back before the game. We'll have more content coming out this week to fill the gap. And thanks to all you guys who support us. You can follow us on Instagram at Saints Twitter Podcast. We're gonna start using that medium, and like I said, kind of hopefully being able to connect with you guys a little more. It's hard because of the NFL because they lock shit down, but we have things, and we have things coming down the pipeline and things in store. So just keep a lookout for that. So with that, we're gonna get out of here, and we're out.
Peace.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color, and jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.